Growing up as a Chelsea fan, Frank Lampard was a prominent figure in my childhood. From his disallowed goal at the 2010 World Cup,
That surely crossed the line! It's so far in!
captaining us to our first ever Champions League title, and eventually becoming the club's all-time top goal scorer.
It's the moment he's been dreaming of!
His legacy as a footballer puts him as one of the greatest English midfielders to ever play the game. However, since moving into management, it's safe to say that he's hardly lit up the touchline as well as he did on the football pitch. Unveiled as the new Coventry manager on Thursday following the controversial sacking of Mark Robins, Lampard now joins a club whose season started with sights set on challenging for promotion, sights of which have been blurred by a poor start to their campaign. But with over half a season to go, that 10-point gap between the Sky Blues and a place in the playoff isn't one that's out of the realms of possibility. To me, it feels like a match made in heaven, a manager with a point to prove and a club with a squad that's capable of competing at the top end of the championship. And whether you're happy about the managerial change or not, I'd like to know, but all that can be said for now is as Coventry host Cardiff, the Frank Lampard reign officially begins today.
I'm absolutely delighted to be here. It's an ambitious club that wants to move forward, and I want to help as much as I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Coventry. We've got the stadium behind me right now. About half an hour until kickoff, and Coventry is a place that I've been hoping to go to. Can't imagine that's a sentence that's been said very often for quite some time now. However, I've been a bit of a bad omen for this club. The two times that I have seen them when they haven't been playing at home. First time I saw them, this happened.
To keep Coventry in it.
And then the second time, more recently, this happened.
Manchester United to win it. It's Hoyland. And it's done. Manchester United win.
So quite possibly the two biggest heartbreaks in recent Coventry memory. However, today is the start of a new chapter. Frank Lampard, my old Chelsea man, is the man in charge now. It's a new dawn, it's a new era. Mark Robins is no longer the Coventry manager, a man who has done so much for the club. And I mentioned it in the intro, but comment down below, are you happy about the sacking? Are you happy about the new appointment? I'm very interested to hear. However, as I've already mentioned, we've got about half an hour until kickoff, so I think it'd be wise to try and get my arse inside that stadium, especially considering I've parked at the south stand and I'm sat in the north stand. So a little bit of a trek, but nice to see the stadium. Let's get in there and hope that Frank Lampard gets off to a winning start. Ladies and gents, we're in the stadium and not long until kickoff now. Hopefully enough time to see this off, but I'm sure we'll manage. I've managed in tighter circumstances before. Neither side really coming into this fixture in a good run of form, to say the least. Although, keeping it short and sweet, I think that Coventry have got more than enough to get the 3 points today. You've got Cardiff, who are in the relegation spots, which, to be honest, at the beginning of the season, you kind of would have expected them to be there or thereabouts. Coventry, as has been well documented, severely underperforming. However, they've got a fantastic squad, a squad that I really enjoy watching. One of my favourite teams to watch last year, like some Haji Wright, Ellis Sims. I think they are so exciting. I like Coventry as a football club. I think that they will win. And it's a game that I can very easily see finishing 4-0 Coventry. I'm going to be a bit more timid and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I think you take that. But let's get to our seats. Let's find out what happens. First, got to finish this.
The welcome message on the advertising board there for Frank Lampard, their new man. It's going to be interesting to see how his side plays today, how convincing of a win they get, if they even get a win. But all of those Cardiff City fans will be hoping that their team can spring an upset and get themselves a much needed 3 points.
Whilst the ground is still filling up, it's a fantastic turnout from the Coventry City supporters, all here to welcome the new manager, Frank Lampard. Fantastic support, and the atmosphere is brilliant.
And we're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Super Frankie Lampard.
goal to give away. Fair play to Cardiff, but again, cheap goal to give away. Coventry will be disappointed, but there's still plenty of time to get back into the game. Go on!
And it's Ephron Mason-Clarke who finds the back of the net, draws Coventry level. Brilliant goal. He's a man that I've spoken about time and time again during his period at Peterborough. What a fantastic player he is, and a brilliant goal to open Coventry's scoring tonight.
Well, it's a lead that didn't last long for Cardiff, but we're treated to goals today, ladies and gentlemen, and who else but Ephron Mason-Clarke? You know I love that man. Brilliant goal to draw Coventry level. Is anyone's to win at this point? Coventry, although they've probably been the team in control possession-wise and in terms of the amount of chances created, they are still vulnerable on the Cardiff attack. Cardiff now have had 2 chances where they could have taken the lead. Fortunately for Coventry, they haven't, but it's a threat that needs addressing. Go on.
How has that not gone in? Got! Oh! How on earth did he miss that after playing so well this first half, the set heads wide? And that is half time, ladies and gentlemen. Scores are tied. Coventry 1, Cardiff City 1.
Do you know what? I really enjoyed that. Coventry are such an interesting and exciting side to watch because you just don't know what's going to happen. Going forward, they were brilliant. Defensively, quite vulnerable at points. Cardiff looked to exploit that, only able to do so once, but they came close a couple of times. Whilst we're talking about Cardiff, their game management in that first half was very well executed, wasting a lot of time with player injuries and stuff, but it's still all to play for in the second half. Ephron Mason-Clarke, I know I said it earlier, but he is my guy. And I'm so glad to see him on the score sheet. And by the way, Bassett, I was not familiar with your game. What a fantastic player he is. More to be spoken about at full time. Let's see if he can get a goal, or Coventry can get a goal, to put themselves in a winning position. For now though, anyone's for the taking. It's been a fantastic game, and let's hope it continues, because plenty of chances for both sides to win this.
And we're back underway for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Cardiff getting us underway. Struck hard and low from outside the box, difficult to save. It's an absolute wonder goal.
Not much you can do about those when they go in. However, questions have got to be asked of the defence. Once again, giving Cardiff the opportunity for the long shot in the first place is too generous, especially against a player of that calibre. Struck hard, struck low, found that bottom corner. It was a really sweet strike, and now Cardiff are in the lead. Don't get me wrong, it's still all to play for, but Coventry have been better than this, and they'll be frustrated with the fact that they're 2-1 down now.
Free kick now on the edge of the box. Great opportunity for Coventry to draw level. Oh, it's a brilliant save. Good ball. Oh. Over the bar. A lot of the fans around here thought it was in and thought it was an own goal. But Coventry have a corner now. It's the most threatening that they've been this half. Back in. Fuck's sake.
There's no way of polishing a turd. Coventry have been so bad this second half. They were fantastic in the first half, creating chances, and now they are just lacklustre. So bad. And they've allowed Cardiff a way back into this game, and they're really not offering much going forward. There's still about 10 minutes to go. But my oh my, do they need to improve, because in that first half they were unlucky not to be ahead. Now I'm looking at them thinking that they're unlucky not to be 2 goals down.
Whether or not it's enough handball, he's given it! It's going to be a penalty to Coventry in the last minute, won by Ellison. Look at the protest from the Cardiff City players.
It clearly slapped his hand, but whether or not it was accidental, whether or not it was enough to interfere with play, the referee made the decision and it's a penalty, and one that I certainly don't disagree with, and a real chance now for Coventry to draw level and possibly start a comeback this season, win this game.
Draw Coventry City level. And he does it! Victor Torp makes no mistake. And Coventry are level with 2 minutes left to go. And undoubtedly a handful of added time to potentially steal a winner.
And Coventry City perhaps got what they deserved from the first half. Second half, they've been absolutely poor. That penalty stroke of fortune, don't get me wrong, I would have given it as well. It's not reflective of how they've been in the second half. There's going to be a lot of added time to play, so there's a chance for either side still to get a winner.
In fact, there's 6 minutes of added time being announced. Plenty of time for Coventry to try and steal a winner. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, full time and disappointment on Frank Lampard's debut game. A game where in the first 45 minutes you would have felt like Coventry would be running away with this, but it's Cardiff who not only took the lead but managed to hold out for a point at full time. So perhaps not the 3 points that Frank Lampard had in mind at the beginning of this game, but still an entertaining game as a neutral. Plenty of room for improvement, which we knew and expected coming into this game, but he'll be disappointed that his team didn't capitalise on such a wonderful first half performance. Shout out to the Cardiff fans as well and the players for putting up such a fantastic fight today, and great support from them. And overall it's been a thrilling encounter, one that it's been a pleasure to cover. Good luck to both teams going forward for the rest of this season.
Well, it's lucky Coventry at the end there, because they did not deserve the point at full time, in my opinion. That second half display was dismal, and I'm going to throw a cliche phrase at you. It was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance from them. First half they were absolutely fantastic. Second half just so poor, and I don't know whether it was a case of Cardiff improving, whether it was a case of Coventry getting worse, or perhaps a mix of both, because even at the end it was just so lacklustre going forward, and it must be so frustrating as a Coventry fan. I came here today supporting Coventry, wanting them to win. Like I said, I'm a fan of what they're doing. I really like the way that they play, and that first half display was so entertaining as a neutral and as a Coventry fan. By the end of it, I've just walked out of here feeling pretty flat and pretty disappointed with how they ended up playing in that second half, because they just never really showed up. Cardiff, you got to give them credit, because at the end of the day they didn't back down, they kept finding a way through, and I think Coventry made it easy for them at points, but at the same time it was a resilient performance from them, and in my opinion I think they deserve the 3 points. And of course there are positives to take away from Coventry. I know I'm being quite negative at the end of that, but that's just how I feel. I just feel like there was so much more that I expected from this Coventry side today, and I do feel like they've let me down. It's a real real opportunity for them to get a 3 points that is more than achievable in a fixture like this. They haven't done so. So in my opinion, it's been a disappointing first game for Frank Lampard. I don't know if you Coventry fans agree with me. Firstly, definitely let me know what you think of that game as well, whether you're happy, whether you're a bit miffed, or whether you're just a bit more of the same, because it does feel a bit more of the same today. It does feel like a game where the points were there to be taken and it's just been thrown away in that second half. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed. I think that there is plenty of room for this side to get better. Whoever you support, let me know what your thoughts were on that game. But thank you very, very much for watching. See you later to the Coventry Building Society Stadium. It's such a mouthful, that, but it's a lovely ground. That's something I didn't touch on. Shame about the result, but you've got plenty more games to pick up those points that you've dropped and hopefully achieve at the very least a top table finish. I will see you guys very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck both teams going forward. Take care. Peace and love.